You would be surprised at how many people think I'm nuts for giving away so much free content. So in response, I'm gonna give away some more free content. This is a important module from the course. I take a Restoration Hardware Chesterfield couch in pretty poor to okay condition, restore it to amazing condition. This is gonna help this store that resells furniture resell this couch for several $1,000s of profit. And I think you can do it too. I put a lot of detail into this video, explaining techniques down to the specifics. And I think the specifics really matter of how you prep, how you clean, how you restore, how you clear coat, get the field just right. So I wanted to give you this entire module from my course. And I am not gonna stop giving away free stuff. And I want you to buy the course because I do think if you get into the 50 modules I have in the course, you're gonna get a great leather education. You're gonna feel super prepared to choose leather wisely and restore stuff to amazing condition that's gonna pop in pictures that people are gonna wanna buy and make you profit as a flipper or a leather repair person. And so, yeah, I'm certainly excited to give this away, and I'm excited to have more people continue to buy the course and engage with us on a detailed level of building a business, making money, selling, flipping, restoring leather furniture. So I hope this helps a lot. I'd love your feedback. Let me know what you think. As you see this couch here, I'm really excited to show you what we can do in taking something that's got a lot of life left in it, but really needs some of all of our skills brought together so that we can restore it and sell it for a ton more than we bought it for. You've learned the types of leather that you're dealing with. You've learned basic cleaning principles. You learned how to take care of single issue repairs. Now we're gonna kind of put that all together and take a piece that needs full restoration to go from tired and faded and worn out to where it looks awesome again and is gonna pop in pictures and catch somebody's eye and sell for a ton more money than you paid for it. So what we have here is a Restoration Hardware Chesterfield style couch. It just has some fading on the seats and maybe a little bit on the tops of the arms, but it has tons of life left in it. So what I'm gonna do to take care of this project is just take it step by step, just like you will. So we're gonna begin with just getting the dust off of this couch, and we're gonna use the detail tool that I taught you about and the brush, and we're just gonna work down in the crevices. These Chesterfields are kind of notorious for dust collecting in the buttonholes. So I'm just going in the buttons and I'm getting it cleaned out in there. And then on the seats, again, at sort of the area where the piping meets the leather, I'm gonna just brush these out. Now we're gonna grab our deep leather cleaner, and a key for success on a job like this is to work all the way down. So I like to take these cushions, move them out of the way so that I can clean this all the way down to where the leather meets the fabric, and just use what's the deep leather cleaner I told you about, working your way around. It's a pretty easy process here. This is a pull-up leather, as you probably know by now, but it's not in that bad a shape. So I don't see that the waxes and oils are so dried out that this is a lost cause. Now it can actually be a little bit of a cheat because it can actually, cleaner alone can make this look a lot better, but then once it dries, it's gonna go back to the color it was before. That's why we need that next step of adding some tinted wax. Don't be alarmed if it darkens a little bit when you put this deep cleaner on there, because as long as you've done it nice and evenly, it will dry just fine. And again, as we talked about before, we're using the deep cleaner without any conditioner, because at this step, we're thinking ahead to the fact that we're gonna add some color onto this, and we want the wax color to stick. And then also, if you'll remember, we talked about in that earlier module how sometimes leather like this that has sort of a mystique to it doesn't have to look perfect. We're not going for showroom new, because a lot of times people want, that aged bomber crackling look. And if we were to make this like perfect and all the crackles were gone and it were just like one even color, we might actually be reducing the value of it. So in this case, I'm doing this process that's gonna brighten and protect and give the leather a lot of future life, but we're gonna use a tinted wax that's gonna bring out the brightness and the beauty of the color and make this look right. What I decided in advance I was gonna do is I'm gonna work with these two colors of Urad, which is a tinted wax, and this one is more of a dark brown, which I actually think might be a little dark for this, and this is more of a light brown, which I think might be a little too light. Anytime you use Urad, you can do this. You can add colors to each other and mix them and make a combined color. I know that this Restoration Hardware Chesterfield style couch does really well with a decent amount of dark brown, and then maybe 2 to 1, you want 2 parts of the light brown to 1 part of the dark brown. And I'm getting a pretty good amount in there. If you haven't done this before, you're gonna wanna test it a little bit, right? We would take a cushion like this and pull it up so that we have a side area that nobody would see anyway. Take a little bit of the wax and put it on there. And then we're gonna do kind of a test area where I'm applying some of this Urad wax, and I'm confident that this color, as you look from here to maybe down here or to somewhere in the back of the couch, this is a good color to work with. So I'm happy with that color. It's tested in a somewhat inconspicuous area that's not gonna be a problem if we needed to tweak it, but we're gonna get it now where it needs to be, and we're confident in what we have. Same principle with cleaning. We wanna go seam to seam, work a whole section at a time. So I'm gonna go in with the Urad wax, which really absorbs nicely into this particular leather. So you can see where it goes from like white, faded, sort of tired looking, to having this like rich luster to it. And the wax protects the leather better. Now it's a better leather for the long run for somebody. It's not gonna break down further or get worse. It's gonna go from where it is and stay beautiful and even enhance the beauty. And I'm happy with what's back there and over there. So I don't even think we need to really do anything with that. But I've basically taken care of that arm. Now I'm gonna work from cushion to cushion and basically just do the same thing in every cushion. One tip with this is you don't want to apply, I got a little bit on there. You don't wanna apply like just a glob of it. You wanna spread it out a little bit so that it evenly applies on the panel. Use your finger or the spatula. You can kind of spread it out a little bit, and then you can set this cushion up so that you can work seam to seam and just add in the Urad to it. See how it sort of soaks up and you have a really rich, nice color. So now we have applied, we cleaned it, we applied the layers of wax, and there is one final couch. Now it's time to make sure it's well protected, it feels beautiful, and it's a lasting finish. So the way you want to start that final step in the process is by making sure you heat set all of what you've done so far. This is the heat gun again. It's going to be on a lower temperature, like 3 or 4, and I am going around and just waving the heat gun over it so that I'm making sure that this is dry to the touch. and it's not, scratch my nose, and then make sure that it's not going to be tacky or sticky for the final feel step. Like I said before, you could definitely skip this and still have a really beautiful couch. But I think if you take these final steps of adding wax to make it feel nice and conditioning it so that it lasts longer, you're just going to have happier customers in the long run. And it's going to make sure that people say, I want to buy again from him. I think this is a great product. So this setting in process is just an important final step to make sure this job is right. I find your ad does a great job with color, but it doesn't necessarily produce the final feel that I want. So that's why I take another step. I take a basic clear wax and I put that on over top of the Urad. The Urad's set in enough that it's not going anywhere, and we can take some clear wax, put it on a new sponge that's clear. I go through like 20 of these a week and make a final feel that is really beautiful and really appealing. So I'm making some of this wax on here, and I'm just gonna start to apply it almost like you'd wax a car, where you're taking this clear wax and buffing it over what you've already done with the Urad finish. So now we have something that is not only tinted, but is got a clear wax on it that's going to protect it from stains and make it feel like a silky, waxy finish after doing the cleaning, after doing the tinted wax, and after doing the wax, letting this set for a few hours to fully dry. I feel like we have a beautiful couch that is going to show up amazing in pictures and is going to, you're going to have people fighting over it, honestly, because it's a great deal. It's a great piece. And depending on what you got it for, you can sell it for a whole lot more. So I think picking a couch like this that someone thinks is faded and sun-worn and out of, no good anymore, but still has a lot of life left in it, and using these techniques to restore that couch and bring it back up to a much more beautiful and significant level is just gonna make a piece that's beautiful, make a piece that sells well, that's gonna get top dollar for you, and have customers that are just going to be happy with your work and want to buy more from you. And you just can keep an eye out for this kind of piece on whatever platform you're using. And whenever you find this, snap it up, get it for a decent price, put $100 in it in equipment, and you can sell it for a ton more. And this type of restoration project can really be the foundation for you to make a significant profit in your business month over month as you keep buying and reselling pieces just like this Chesterfield.